We're not perfect by any means, and we're far from it, but we're very good at fixing problems. And I think if you become very good at fixing problems, you will be successful.
Hello, everybody. This is Ahmed, and this is Sam, an old friend. Sam is the CEO and founder of Unwired and Unwired Products. I own Pandora.
Yeah.
The guy is a legend when it comes to retail and direct door-to-door and direct sales and B2B, B2C. We got the recipe. So we'll talk about many, many things that we shared. And God bless you, man. You took your business to the next level, and you are in a different area now. I don't even know half of the stuff you do, but that's what we're going to find out today. So let's get on it.
Yeah. You know, what's funny is, you know, we all have people we look up to at like the early part of our entrepreneurship. And I've told you this a lot, and I mean it. You know, like you were where I wanted to be, and I still, to this day, I remember looking at you and seeing the store in Cherokee, and like, you know, you had the second store off St. Louis Chambers Rock Road or whatever. And working with you at a young age, you know, was really like inspiring to me.
Thank you, man.
Just because, man, you always like wanted to push the limit. Like you always were like, oh, I want to increase. I want to do this. I want to do, like, you were always like doing that stuff. And I think that was really inspiring to me in a lot of ways. And I think that, you know, I always kind of push myself to like reach new levels, you know.
Sam, you surpassed a lot of us. And you are on a different level. So congratulations.
I mean, I wouldn't be where I was without you.
You've done a great job. You're national. You're different states. Yeah. One day you might be international. You never know. Maybe you are already. I don't know. Never know.
A little bit.
So it's good. It's good. And you started early.
Yeah.
You were 16.
Yeah, that's when I started getting exposed. Man, you know, I'm a big believer. Like when we were growing up, right? Like, you know, it was like you would go to school, get a degree, retire. You know, to me, that was like a boring like transition for me. Like I never was like great I wasn't a school kid, right? I was always like wanted to make money faster. And I don't believe like, you know, all kids are just destined to follow whatever path like that was set forth for them. So like for me, you know, I always knew I would be an entrepreneur. My mom was definitely an influential part of my life, having her own salon and being exposed to
your dad was
managing. My dad was in the insurance business as well, independently with my grandfather and my uncle. So I had a lot of influence, my cousin. And that's one great thing about our community is like we like building things. If you look at, you know, people in our community and our culture, like, you know, one thing we do is, you know, we come to America or generations before us because we wanted the opportunity, right? We knew that there was more opportunity here and that why my father came here, why, you know, same for you, I'm sure. And we take advantage of it. And I think that's what kind of for me was a set path.
Yeah.
Like I knew eventually, but then when I kind of fell in love with the tech side of the phones and the pagers and, you know, the retail store interaction, I guess, you know, kind of waking up every day and, you know, unlocking the door to your store, and you knew that was your business. And your success would only be dictated by what you're doing.
Yes.
Not a number on a spreadsheet, not a company that decides they want to get rid of a whole department. I always felt like you developed your own security, right?
Having a business, you're absolutely correct. I mean, we learn a lot from our family and from the people around us. But having your own business, imagine you having a paycheck every 2 weeks. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever it is, it's never going to change. And if it does annually.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you 2-3%, and that's it. 5% if you are the man of your word. 10%, I don't think it will go that far.
Right.
But averagely, I heard in the industry between 3 and 5%. That's the good guys. Yeah. But when you own your own business, your check can be doubled if you improve some behavior, if you add some tools, if you train your employees, if you do some things. Things will change right away. That's the beauty of owning your own business. That's something that people don't own a business, don't understand it.
Well, here's the thing, Ahmed. What I have found is that entrepreneurs are willing to take risks that most people won't take to have an opportunity to live a life that they want to live. That's maybe a life of abundance, right? A life of you don't get the flexibility in time. That's really kind of good for Instagram and TikTok. You don't reach those levels if you're lucky for a long time where you have time and money and have both, right? Being entrepreneurship's hard. The percentages are not high in your favor to be successful. I mean, that's just reality. Mm-hmm. So entrepreneurship's better when you're younger. You know, you don't have a family, you don't have kids to take care of. Your risk tolerance is much higher at a younger age. And I think fail and fail big, fail young. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I did. I went through it. I mean, I have failed. I've had to build myself back up, you know, and it's actually, it sparked the fire even more. You know, I think for some people, they're like, you know, man, this was bad. This isn't good. I'm just going to go find some stability.
If you did not get close to bankrupt twice,
you didn't do it right.
Or at least, let's say once, you didn't do it right.
You didn't do it right.
That means you're careful, you're scared, and you don't want to risk anything. And if you're not a risk taker, don't be in business.
So if you look at some of the most influential companies, and I don't remember the exact days, but Tesla was 60 days from bankruptcy. Oh, yeah. Apple was 90 days from bankruptcy with Steve Jobs. So it's like, you know, Amazon, same story. And it's not just like you say, oh, those are bigger companies. No. It's no different. It's risk, but the numbers are bigger.
Yes.
That's all it is zeros. It's all zeros, but the same risk is there, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, I think being an entrepreneur within an organization is like, we have entrepreneurs within our organizations. That's like people who kind of have a business within your business, right? Yeah. And I think that's something that Unwired does better than anybody. You know, we allow them to have, you know, these team members and team leads. They're running their business just within our business, right? I love it. We give them the resources. We give them the, you know, the systems, the opportunities, the relationships, and they just have to go do what they need to do. Yeah.
Let me take you back to your 16 years old. When was your first job?
My first job was bussing tables at Fisher's Restaurant in Belleville.
How old you were?
I want to say I was in the 15 age. Yeah, 16 a little. Then I was Shop and Save in the frozen food section.
I like
restocking shelves.
Okay. And then after Shop and Save?
After Shop and Save, Circuit City selling cell phones.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So I sold that was my first real, I would say, like
Circuit
job.
City.
Circuit City.
Commission, 2008, they were out. But they were big.
But it was the place to be.
They were bigger than Best Buy.
Yeah.
I was shocked when they went, well, that's another thing. But you started there. How old you were? You were not even 18 yet.
No, I was not 18. Because I was selling the first Sprint network. I remember when Sprint launched and you had the Sony with the little we sold that. And then Southwestern Bell analog phones we sold the analog phone before it went to digital. So then we were selling like the first digital Southwestern Bell phone. Yeah. And it was like a Ericsson, and it would open up, had a big battery on the back. Yeah. But like what was cool about that is, you know, it was commissionable sales. I came in every day. I knew how much money I made. I knew what I could make as much as I wanted, right? Mm-hmm. And I already had that influence from, you know, my cousin, you know, and his business. And, you know, I wasn't at the point where obviously I could open my own business, but I had an opportunity at a company where I could do kind of the same thing, make money, and really, you know, play with phones and make commissions and, you know, be in sales contests and all the stuff that a sales organization, a sales culture, you know, should have, right?
I love it. So Circuit City, how long you were there?
A long time.
You enjoyed it. That was your passion.
I was there for, I would say, at least 3 to 5 years. I was there.
College.
So what happened was I did really well there. I was one of the top salespeople every month. I mean, I won every contest known to man. Like I sold. Cell phone Sam is my Instagram tag. I mean, it is literally cell phone has been like today. Till today. So, you know, Best Buy was aggressively getting into Best Buy Mobile. This was early days. They didn't have Best Buy Mobile. This is a new thing. Yeah. Right. So they were trying to acquire talent from Circuit City and other places. And, you know, I was offered a supervisor's position at Best Buy. Okay. And in the mobile department that they were launching. I never knew we looked at these guys at Best Buy as not salespeople. They were clerks. You know, we didn't. No offense to anyone's watching. I worked at Best Buy, but back then we were the salespeople. Yeah. We were actual salespeople. They were clerks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like that, and they would walk it up to the front, right?
Best Buy until today, they still have that.
Yeah.
So Circuit City, 3 years, learn now the game. That's it. I mean, you learn the game. Now, you know where I'm going. I'm looking where then now you're doing sales, you're doing upselling, you understand how to bundle. Because I remember the beginning of the wireless, it was, people think that there were more money back then. It was more payout because the transaction were less.
Yes.
We did a few hundreds every sale because it was a contract. It was 3 years, and it was expensive. And they needed to pay more because they needed to fill their network.
Yeah, not everybody could afford it either.
No.
It wasn't affordable. It wasn't $50 unlimited everything, $40 unlimited everything.
I took $5,000 in cash deposit back in the 90s.
Yes.
I took $2,500. I took $1,500 cash deposit to get a mobile, and it will take a day. Some days it took a day to finish the transaction. Now it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Contract was this big, and
There's
there's
all
thick.
digital. Click here, approve, sign, and goodbye.
Yeah.
So the payout was higher, but the transaction were way less.
I remember the 3-by contracts though. We'd have to fill them out by hand.
Oh, yeah.
For like Southwestern Bell, it was like
for
that
4
big.
copies, one for him, one for you, one for the company, one for the carrier, one for everybody. So now it's different. But let's go back to back these days. And then you left Circuit City, and did you work for Best Buy?
I did. I worked for Best Buy. So I worked for Best Buy for almost, I want to say maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I didn't like the culture.
So 3 years there, a year and a half in Best Buy. Now Sam is the man. Sam, if you want a phone, you want connection, you probably learned the beginning of the computers now, the booming of computers. Apple was not in the picture yet.
No. There was, no, it was not. I think obviously the Mac was around, but it wasn't an iPhone.
Wasn't an iPhone.
Yeah, that's what changed everything. I mean, what I didn't like about Best Buy, eventually, I went from Best Buy to the Mobile Solution, huge company. That's where I got into the mall retail. That's when things like, really started going. But I learned that it's important for those out there who are looking for sales jobs or to go into a position, like understand that whatever your career you have, let's say you did something for 5 or 8 years, you're a sales guy, you're in a sales organization. Transitioning into a Best Buy, they were not a sales organization. Like it was no commissions, which they compensated me as if I was commissioned, right? But there was no sales culture, no sales meetings, it wasn't like they weren't there yet.
They almost fall, and they had a CEO came and restructured the whole company, and then he got them out of that.
Do you know the most profitable part of Best Buy? You know what it is?
What is it?
The mobile department.
Wow.
It's always been.
Okay.
Without the mobile department, Best Buy goes out of business.
Till today?
Today.
Wow. I believe it.
Yeah. So
TV's not a lot.
Yeah. What do they make? They don't make money. They don't. Even computers. They don't. It's pennies.
Yeah.
Now their service, obviously, like Geek Squad and all that. That's
right.
a good diversification that they got into that generates revenue, right? But Best Buy had to reinvent it. And you know what? Credit to Best Buy because, I mean, how many electronic places went out of business? I mean, all of them at some point.
Well, they closed a lot. I mean, they keep going up and down.
Yeah.
I think they're the last. If the Best Buy is gone, I don't know where people will go. I mean, Walmart.
I mean, there's some areas where I was trying to remember some of the smaller chains that
CompUSA went out.
Oh, they're
went
Office
out.
Depot's kind of. I mean,
Office.
It's tough. Like, you know what it is? It's just like any other business, right? The margins get leaner, they get smaller. You can't run your business the same way. You have to start looking at ways to supplement your business. And if you don't do that, you go out of business. I just had a conversation with a friend of mine who's got a business I won't mention today, but he's asking for some help and some advice. And it's like he keeps hoping for things to change. Like, so he keeps doing his business the same way.
You want to fix any business?
Yeah.
Go to the sales and marketing department.
Yep.
They can have mediocre products, but if they have the guy speaking with attraction and make sense, they will make sales. Now, every company, successful company, look at their model, marketing and sales. If they don't have a good marketing and sales department, you can be selling gold online because they market gold. You still have to market gold.
You're talking about, and what you're talking about is systems and processes. So every business has to have some sort of innovation, right? Yes. And when people hear innovation, they think, oh, like Apple, the iPhone. No. whether it's creating a system for your inventory or whether it's a process for your marketing, or a way to do inventory different to make sure you're not taking losses. Like there's all these different things, that little innovations that have a direct impact on your business. You know, it's like, how often do you like I'm big on reevaluation. So like it happens few times a year, usually pretty heavily, like at the end of the year, where I'm kind of reflecting. I always leave around the holidays. We go to Arizona and spend, and I have a lot of time to reflect on the year up into like, what did we do great? What didn't we do so well? What did we invest in throughout the year, and what did well and what didn't? Who did well? Who do we need to give more responsibility to, more opportunity to? Who didn't, right? So it's like when you're in a fast-moving like company like ours, you have to be very granular, because what happens is it's very easy to look things at a very high level, and it's hard to like make the small changes that have the big impact. So what I like to do is I literally get out my iPad and it's a blank thing, and I just start brainstorming. I'm just like, this needs to change. This didn't do so well. I need to do this. I need to do that. And
why aren't we doing good in this department? Why aren't we doing that? Yeah. You study everything.
Yeah, so I go back to my team, and I think they'll attest to this when they watch this, is like Sam will just randomly like have these things that I'll just be like, hey, we need to look at this. I think we're losing money here. I think we're inefficient here.
We can do better.
I think we can do better here. I think this is what it needs to look like. So it's like what happens is as a leader, you don't have the luxury of just focusing on a channel and or a role of responsibility, right?
Yeah.
So like what happens is if you're a good leader and you are good at acquiring great people that are good at what they do, you have leadership that has a focus throughout your organization, whether it's this, and this, and they're all like very like narrow focused, because that's what they need to be in order to be successful.
Yep.
Where you start having problems is when you have one person that's very good at one or two things, but you know what? You're paying them, so you're going to hand them 16 other things, and then they just end up not being good at any of it because you as a leader failed. So for us, that high-level view from our leadership has to be constantly reevaluating. Every quarter, every month, like we do stuff like improving our systems, improving our reporting, we find out we're not perfect by any means, and we're far from it, but we're very good at fixing problems. And I think if you become very good at fixing problems, you will be successful. Because when you identify an issue, what does 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs do? Oh man, I know I've had this problem for a year. Yeah. Oh, and next year, what's your stand? What are the 3 main problems you have like in your organization today, right? Just 3. Don't take 13, 3. If you solve 2 of them, your business just went like this.
Yep.
Right? So quit thinking about this long list of things. And I think that, if you get the right people, and I believe wholeheartedly, I'll put my leadership team against any other leadership team. My guys are good.
I know.
At what they do.
Well, you got the experienced one too.
Yeah. And not only experienced, but like they have grown here. They have figured things out. They've become masters in what they do. And my leadership style is not, hey, I know how to do this better than you. No, you're here because I know you know how to do it better than me. And that's okay. That's an okay thing. Like entrepreneurs, like, no, I'm the big, I'm the big boss. I started this place. How does it? Let me tell you something. You are dead on arrival.
Yeah.
If that's your attitude.
You know what? I love when I see a leader have people around him better than him in some things. You have to target the better people than you if you're a leader. I see this in organization. When I see the boss smarter, stronger, talking, I say this guy having a self-confidence problem issue because he's hiring people less than him. I want to hire people better than me. I want you to know more than me. Key. I want you to sell better than me. I want you to know how to talk better than me. I am looking for the better than me everywhere. That's how we grow.
Yes, I mean, talent acquisition is the name of the game. And at the end of the day, as you reach, success and different levels of financial success, you can acquire better talent, right?
That's why hiring department It's very critical. You have to have someone there, self-confidence, that can look for someone better than him. Because I catch a lot of companies. The managers don't want to hire smart people, man. That's because they get threatened. And that's a huge issue in companies.
You will never reach your growth potential.
You got to find someone smarter than you, better than you, knows more than you, look, whatever, muscular more than, whatever it is. Just bring me the sales, and that's how you grow. And you figured that. I see the people around you. Listen, they're all great.
You know them.
They're all
smart.
You know
most of them.
Dude, you got in that office. I mean, I know most of them, actually, 80% of them, maybe 70%. But I know you have people with if you put them in one room, you get 250 years of experience. Right. That's what it makes an organization.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You have to, I mean, I give all the credit to my team. Like, it's not me. Unwired's where it's at because of them.
And that's leadership. Yeah. See, you keep saying the good things. Go ahead.
No, and it's true because at the end of the day, you know, I created the opportunity in itself, like, as an organization. I made sure that I didn't give up on this company when I could have did something else. I made sure when I was at my lowest that, you know, I didn't, you know, give up. And that's what I did, right? I created this opportunity for others, and we're changing people's lives every day. And I love hearing the success stories and the financial. I have guys that never could buy a house. They're buying houses. I got guys, they're not only buying houses, they're buying rental properties. They're investing in real estate. They work
for you.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I coach some of them, and they ask me my opinion on investments and what I'm doing, and it's like, you know, these are guys that, I mean, you could literally go to our Instagram or our Facebook and see some of the testimonials, go to our website. This is real people. I had a team member. I don't say, like, we don't have employees at Unwired. We use team members, team leads, because employee means you don't bring it. Our value is different, right? It's not that mine's better than yours. It's just different, right? Yeah. And yours is not less valuable than mine, okay? But the truth of the matter is, we had someone, and there's multiple stories like this, living out of the back of a car.
Wow.
No money. Obviously, heard about the Unwired opportunity through a friend. Friend knew he was in a rough spot. Said, hey, look, this place is the real deal. I've gone out on a couple of these blitzes. I've seen what type of leadership they have. This company's the real deal. You should give it a go. And this guy's leadership now in my company.
He's working for you right now.
Working as a team lead right now, and he is crushing it. When I say he is, like,
from sleeping in a car to become a team lead,
to buying homes,
and
just
and living the life,
and, you know, making income of, you know, what, 3 or 5% of the not even 3% of the America's makes. So at the end of the day, like, but here's the thing. It all comes down to that person.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you said, look, I'm going to give you the opportunity, but you have to make it happen. Mm-hmm. I want the guy who says, I'm going to make it happen. Yes. And he's one out of 100.
Is make it happen.
He's 1 out of 100.
Yeah.
And that's why all day long, we're trying to find these people.
Yep.
You know, we have 8 full-time recruiters that are all just talking about what we're doing, trying to bring people to our organization, our opportunity. And they do an amazing job. Our recruiting team is second to none. They work really hard on making sure we have the right people we need.
Keep going.
Yeah, we have the right people we need, because my business is limited by headcount only limited by people. The more people I have, the more opportunities I can bring to the organization. And we're diversified. We're not just a sales and marketing organization. You know, we got into low voltage, fiber installation this year.
Tell me a little bit about the voltage. I've never heard it before.
So low voltage is basically like wiring. Okay, so like we can wire hotels, we can for internet and data services.
Okay. So you have a team. They go.
Yeah, data centers.
Security,
data centers. Like we're looking to go heavier into the fiber construction space. So constantly diversifying, constantly, and obviously retail is a big channel for us.
Isn't
growing
it
every day.
Is wiring and that's what they call it, low voltage. Mm-hmm. It's not union, is it?
No, it's independent.
Okay.
So here, I'll give you the vision. The vision is to be diversified, a multi-channel organization, all in the same space, supplying every single need an internet company and or a tech-based company would need. We have, call centers. We're doing, you're aware of some of the internal stuff we're doing with some of the stuff with you and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's very hard to do a lot of things well. That's for sure.
It is very hard.
If you have great people that are good at those things, then you can grow faster and be successful.
And your headquarters still in Edwardsville? Is it Edwardsville or
No, Belleville.
Belleville.
So
Belleville.
yeah, Belleville, Vegas. We're in right now. We operate in 44 or 43 states right now.
God bless you, man. That's awesome. And not only that, and you are in the retail business as well.
Oh, and I love it.
Isn't it?
I love retail.
It's running these.
Yeah, it's probably weird hearing that. Some guys are like,
when you do
hate
retail. No. When you do retail right, it's right. You do it right. You invest, you spend, you train, you hire, you recruit, and you have the best looking stores. And how's the stores doing?
Stores are doing great. We're setting records every month. We're hitting all our KPIs. Cox has been a great partner out west. We're in Phoenix, Vegas, and Oklahoma City. We took over some corporate-owned retail stores in Oklahoma City, kind of transitioned to us because we've done such a great job. They're transitioned some of those stores over to us. We're always looking for more retail opportunities. We're looking to see how the merger with Charter.
I know. How's it go? Is it good?
I don't know anything. I would think so.
It's still in the pipe.
It's still going. I haven't been told anything.
Man. These are billion-dollar companies. I mean, it's not it takes a couple of years. Like when Verizon acquired TracFone, it took 3 years. Yeah. Like these things, it takes time.
Yeah, and I think there has never been a situation where an acquisition like this, I've been doing this a long time, has not been good.
No, it's two great companies, and you're talking like the giants of the internet. Is it Cox and Spectrum?
Yes.
Okay.
They're the two giants. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? There is a Time Warner. Is it Time Warner still in business? Or
yeah. So you got to remember, man, cable companies are very regionalized. It's hard.
So is the Northeast?
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I don't hear them here.
So for the retail guys out there, right? Like, not all retail is built the same. We all know that, right? But control what you can control: your presentation, your marketing, your service, your people. It's all the same foundational pieces.
It's just different spots.
It's just different spots, right? And it's like, I love retail. I mean, we love retail.
Okay. Any business you do at Slobby, what's the best business right now? I'd say, even online, if you don't do it right, it's going to be a nightmare. If anything you do right, and you do it right, you did the retail the right way. And when someone says, what is the right way? Training, marketing, retraining,
Trading
marketing more, education. The customer, when they come in, it's not a transaction, it's a relationship. Transaction is in the gas station. You just buy and sell. The transaction is the credit card, but the real business is the people to people. And you guys do it right.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is, I think there's been like a narrative that, since COVID, retail's dead, and, it's just Amazon. Look, people are sick of Amazon. People are sick of going online and buying stuff. I'll tell you right now, if I can walk into a place and grab something and support a small business, there's a lot of people like that. There's certain segments that are hard, but I think there needs to be like more guys in retail, like get excited about what you do. Because you know what? Listen, me and you have been in the wholesale business a long time too, right? We have Unwired does, prepaid distribution all over the country as well. That's how, me and Ahmed connected, right? So what do you notice about the successful retailers? I'll tell you I can tell in it's like, what do you see? You walk in, the presentation's amazing.
Greeting.
Branding. They got
the smile.
Something Connect shirts on, whatever their business is, they all look. They're smiling.
The smile.
They're happy for what they do. You could tell.
They welcome you.
Right?
Everybody's watching this. They think that everybody does that. No, not everybody does that.
No. They do not. Actually, they're not. It's like the complete opposite. There's inventory in the shelves. They have inventory in stock. They're not afraid to invest,
they educate you.
Correct.
They don't sell you the most expensive things. They look at you and they see your needs and they give you what you need.
Right.
I'm sure everybody want to sell a Ferrari, but not everybody has the Ferrari budget. But that's what happened with retail. Everybody want to sell the highest ticket to make the most so they can go home fast.
That's it. Not only that, it's like negativity breeds negativity.
Oh my God, yeah.
So if you're an entrepreneur, you're an owner, and your employees see you like whine and cry all day long over this or that, or a carrier this or that, what does that do to like their motivation, right?
I want to give you a story, and after you finish this, about my store on Cherokee. I walked in one day when I was busy outside, and I was doing wholesale. So I walked in, and I found the store. We had 5 or 6 employees, 2 groups sitting, one group here, one group here. And whenever I asked this guy to do something with that group, things got too long.
Yeah.
To find out that they're having some issues. So I told him, I got them together. I said, please make sure that, we are one team here.
Right.
When people walk in, they can see the energy. I already saw it. I gave them a day to fix things. I walked in and it got worse. So I walked in one day and I looked at all of them and they're all like something in attitude going on.
Right.
I said, go home, go home, go home, go home, go home, go home. Email me, message me, why should I bring you back? Why should I bring you back? Listen to me. This was off, but it could have hurt me.
Yeah.
But I got tired of seeing them fighting.
Right.
So they all went home and I was by myself running the store. Now,
that's leadership. Sending all your employees home and just taking the keys and saying, look, you guys figure it out.
You go home, you go home, you go home, you go home. Tell me, why should I bring you home? What? I said, get out, clock out, go. So 2 days. Can I come back? I said, I didn't get my message yet. What? I said, I told you what to do. You haven't done it. Why should I bring you back? Send me the message and then I'll think about it. Now 3 days. And they're messaging me to come back, but they never gave me what I want, which is, why should I bring you back? They all send me back, apologizing. We'll work together. I said, I don't need an apology. I need you to apologize to each other. I need you guys to figure out, why are you fighting? I tried to make you friend, but I don't think you get it.
Yeah.
They came back, holding hands, drinking coffee together, hugging each other.
You forced them.
I got some pizza for them after 3 days, and it was the best thing. It never happened again. Now they know what the consequences. You'll go home. I mean, it was too much muscle. I was tired. I was tired of what they're doing. I was learning. I was in my late 20s, so I can do that before. Now I have different ways I would do it, but I don't regret it because it fixed everything.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's
Thank
what a
you
leader
so
does.
much. Thank you so much, Ahmed. We realized that we really need each other. I'm like, thank you. That's it. So that's how it went. I want to ask you about your hobby. I want to hear about it. What's your hobby? Cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why cars? Fast, strong muscle cars.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it started at a young age. My uncles, they used to drive those kind of cars, Corvettes, Z28s, muscle cars and stuff like that. My parents as well. Corvette. My dad loved Corvettes and stuff. I just were exposed to like that at a young age. And then as a kid, I feel like, especially if you're into cars, my brother would probably attest, both my brothers probably attest to this. It's like you see these cars and you're like, man, I wonder one day if I could ever have one of those.
I know. Okay, what do you have?
I have quite a, yeah.
What do you have and what's your baby?
It's hard to say. I love them all. In different ways. Ford GT, my favorite car.
Okay, Ford GT.
05 Ford GT.
Okay.
Yep. Twin turbo R8.
Okay.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
All right.
Yeah. Shelby, a 2020 Shelby.
Dude.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When I was younger, the 03, 04 Cobra. See, it's not about money. It's about like
I drove that Cobra. That's a fast car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now there's faster ones.
So what's crazy is the older I get, that stuff was real important to me, like growing up drag racing and doing all that stuff. More, it's just now just the cars themselves. Like I have the new Mustang GTD is coming. It's one of the, they're only making a certain amount of them. I had to apply to be able to even buy one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'll have that first part of next year.
Okay.
It's basically the GT3 car.
So they're building it now? It's a brand new one?
Being built, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at this guy.
But, listen, my advice to people who have, invest in assets that appreciate, right? But here's the thing. Like, it's okay to obviously spend money and lose money, vacations, whatever stuff you like to do. But it's cool to be able to buy something that's an asset that's going to appreciate, that's an investment, kind of you won't lose money on it, right? Yeah. So that's kind of how I look at like asset allocation. I don't look at no different than like real estate or buying a business. It's just an asset.
But you are, okay, maybe people don't know that, but you have a high performance shop.
Yeah.
You have to have that thing.
Yeah.
It's like you build homes, you better have a nice home.
Yeah.
You sell phones, you better have a nice phone.
Right. There's a consistency with my business partner, Mike, and actually I have a new business partner, Tony, as well. We kind of grew up with that love for, drag racing, loud cars, burnouts, all the cool stuff, right? And this is consistent. When I like something, I want it to be a business because there's a foundational piece to it. And others will say, well, if you do that, then you're never going to love it. That's not true, because if you're successful, you'll love it no matter what, right? It's when it's not successful, which is what you stop loving it, right? So I think, I loved, the tech, the cell phones, the pay. I turned it into a business, a career, right? I loved cars. I turned it into a career, right?
Internet, a career.
Yeah. So like my son, we share a lot of. He loves, I grew up playing hockey. I'm a hockey, I love the game. He's an avid hockey player, goes to hockey school, committed. But we collect hockey. We used to collect memorabilia when we were younger. So now he has started him a business, buying and selling on eBay. So he's got an eBay business.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what is he selling?
Hockey cards.
Hockey cards.
So yeah.
Well, he's in the hockey, so this is his alley.
Well, that's what he has to do, right? So it's something he likes to do.
Sure.
And now he's selling.
And he understands it.
And now he's understing.
He understands
the
players,
economy,
the
the economy of it.
Yeah.
Like I love I'll never forget. We were like our first month of sales, so like, I understood eBay stuff because I did it for years. I understood, so I opened up a store, started all this stuff for him, set it all up, got inventory, like did it all. After the first month, I think we sold like $1,000 worth of cards the first month for him, right? Okay. So he asked me for $1,000. Or he's my 50% partner, so he asked me for $500. Okay. For for the partnership. And I said, do you think we made $500? And he's like, yeah, that's what the report we sold.
We spent $700 and we made $300.
So I said, well, how much did the cards cost? And he's like, well, I don't know. I have to look. I said, well, how much did the shipping cost? He's like, well, I don't know either. I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, I need you to go get a notebook, and I want you to kind of figure out, from when you acquire the inventory to when it ships, what's the average cost of these things by the time we ship it? And I said, here's the eBay fees, here's the PayPal, here's all these fees. It took him like a week or something. He comes back and he's like, he's like, Dad, he's like,
we barely made money.
I didn't make $500. I said, you're right. I said, and son, that's business.
Yeah.
I said, now, I'm teaching him how to look at a P&L without him looking at a P&L, right?
Yes.
So I think, he's learning that, the economy of owning a business, and it's not just, and even some business owners don't know that, if you have $20,000 in your bank account, doesn't mean you have $20,000.
No. We
know people who live that way.
No.
So at the end of the day, I want to teach it to my 11-year-old. He's 12. 13-year-old. He was 12. So I think it's an important lesson for everybody to know your numbers, right? Like, you don't know your business. My whole life is numbers. I try to not get emotional with decisions, and I don't, because until I know the whole, all the numbers, then I can make an educated decision, right?
You explain to your son the $1,000. You explain to your son that the sales he made, that is overheads, that is cost, that is expenses to ship.
Wait till I told him about taxes. Then he wasn't really happy about that either. Yeah. He's like, wait a minute, I got to pay taxes on this too? I said, welcome. This is how it works, man.
For a small business now, for the guys who's opening stores.
Yes.
If someone is opening a store today or is opening a business, give me in 2 minutes or 3 minutes what they need to look out before they open their door.
Okay. Well, I think you need to run, if it's going to be your sole business, you need to run it yourself for a while, right? Mm-hmm. go and watch your competition. Okay, if you're going to open a retail store in this area, know who your competitor. Go shop them. Go see what their store looks like. What's their customer experience, right? And try to do it better. Make sure the store looks great. You have inventory. The presentation of everything is what it needs to be. Especially in your first 90 days, that interaction with your customer is so valuable because if it's bad, they're never going to come back, right?
Yeah.
So I think, know your competition. Try to do it better than your competition in general, right? Presentation, signage, customer experience, everything needs to be better. And then, just can be committed to success. I think that, if people don't see success fast, they tend to wear away. It's like, I remember, I don't know how many days you open your store, you had a great day, you didn't have a great day, you had a great day, you didn't have a great, you had to have a great week. What the hell's going on? Why are they not coming in? Right? All those things. But now you have social media, you have marketing, you have all these things. So the other thing I would say is no less than 15% of your revenue should go back into marketing every month. Easy. So if you made $10,000 that month, you better be spending at least $1,500 on marketing. That is the golden rule of any business.
Any business. There were days, I'll be honest with you, when we had trade shows and we spending $30,000, $40,000 on a trade show, where everything. There were some days we spent that 10, 15% on huge numbers.
Right.
And until today we spend this much minimum.
Oh, and I think they don't, because what happens is the first thing that people cut when it's bad is marketing. It's like I will never understand that customer acquisition investment. You're willing to cut that first,
right? Because
you're not making it. No, why don't you look at the inventory you're carrying? Why don't you look at, are you maximizing the interaction? If you sold that phone, did it have $100 in accessories? Like, what's your average accessory transaction? Like, it's so like, what, when I see dealers the most, what frustrates me the most, and I even have this talk with, within our own organization, we bring accessories to the counter. We assume that people are going to buy accessories.
Yes.
And it's not a price negotiation. So I think that, you'll see a dealer that'll be like, oh, I sold 50 phones last month. But how many
accessories?
They didn't sell a case, screen protector. Walking around with iPhone 14, iPhone 14, 15, 16.
No.
Nothing, right? So I think there's just some fundamentals that, and it may be seek mentorship. So I'll tell you this right now, is that, people who are struggling don't seek help enough.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Young men right now, young generation, let's say the young generation in general, they don't talk. They don't open their heart and they don't say, I need help.
You know what I respect the most is when people come to me and they're like, hey, Sam, do you have, and some of them will watch this video and, it's not for anything, right? But they'll be like, hey, can I go have coffee with you for an hour and tell you about what I'm dealing with and maybe help me out, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of like my way of giving back, right? Because for me, it's to help someone avoid, my pitfalls were pitfalls. They were serious, stumbles. 99% of people would not come back into the business world after experiencing my stumbles, right? So at the end of the day, right, if I can help someone avoid those things, right? And that's why I'm a big proponent of entrepreneurship before you have a family.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I believe you have to risk big in order to make it.
Yes.
And I don't know, I've been in some rooms that would blow you away. I'm talking about guys that are just something new level, right?
Yeah.
And I swear, I am a sponge in that room. And I'm like,
of course,
let me know your story. How did you get to this point, right?
And that's why I asked you.
Yeah, all of them.
What did you start? I want to know, what did you do in the beginning? How did you think about, your second job? And then how did you get to the sales? And what inspired you to open your business? Why did you open your business? Because you learned, you've seen the process, you've seen the sales. Did you ever change anything? I mean, I'm sure there is a couple, but would you change your career? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I could, I don't know if I would. That's a very, very good question, Ahmed. I don't think I would change it for myself. Maybe for other people I would. because my walk as an entrepreneur was, I was very strong. I knew I wanted to be successful, and I would.
You were determined.
I was determined, right? And whether it was working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, willing to compromise relationships, or not in a sense of like unethical, but like I had a goal, and if you weren't on my track,
you're out.
You're not gonna be. I'm going 100 miles an hour down this highway. You can try to keep up with me, but if not,
I'm gone.
I'm leaving you.
I'm leaving. Yeah.
Right, and that's like, I think that's very heavily rooted in my own self-worth of like being able to create. I wanted to be the one, I guess they call it, right? Like I wanted to be, we have success in all of our families or whatever it may be. I wanted to be the one that could possibly change trajectories for the rest of my family, whether my kids.
You want to be the one who changed the family future, the direction.
Right. So like when I, eventually had a family, my kids will have opportunities, even though I had everything and I had nothing I needed for. My parents were unreal. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. They helped me, like Absolutely. All that stuff, right? But I wanted to be able to create something for my kids that was going to be legacy, right? It was going to be generational, and it's not just about money, right? It's not just about foundational wealth or wealth for generations, right? It's building something that matters. So for me, it's not about the money anymore. Like, whether I, stay where I'm at or I don't make any more, like I want to build. I want to build. I enjoy the building. I was asked this the other day, and they're like, well, why do you like you make enough, you're doing great doing this, or you make enough money in retail, it's all this. And I, because me and my team love building. We're builders.
You're having fun about it.
Yeah, we're builders. Then what? Like, or what if you get bought out or you sell or private equity or whatever? You know what? I don't even, like, it sounds terrible, and that's weird. I know it's weird to hear that.
Yes. Yeah.
Because most guys are like, oh no, I just you're then what though? Like, I mean, it's not like I wouldn't find a then what, but it's fun building a company. Let me tell you something. It is fun building organizations. It is fun. For some, it may not be. For me, it is.
Sam, we're having fun, man.
You did.
I trust me. I watched yesterday. Some advisor. Mm-hmm. Oh well, men after 40, they really can't work 7 days a week. They should work 4, maybe 3 days. I'm like, who the hell is she? Why is she talking about men? You want me to work 3 days? I will die. I'll sleep. 3 days is not enough for me. I'm being honest with you. Even if you told me you'll make this double the money, just leave. No, I'm going to be late because 4 days I'm going to sleep, and 3 days I'm working. No, I got to work 5 3/4 of a day
because you have fire for what you do.
Yeah,
so passion is important.
I take off for my family. I take off for you have kids. You got to take.
Oh no, I don't.
You do very well with that.
But
but you're having fun. You're having a great time. Look at you. When you talk, when you're sales, when you're standing, when you're in the show, you don't understand the smile on your face. That we're connecting with people. Right. We're growing. Are you working on things?
Yeah, okay. We are. We have our summit coming up, which we do 2 summits a year, big sales and leadership meetings.
Where is it?
Vegas. We're going to Vegas. We did it in a hotel on the Strip last year, but we switched the venue to a really nice venue, actually. So we do this twice a year.
Okay.
Where we do something cool. Like last year, we went to Destin, and we rented a boat and took all our top. So it's a sales trip as well as a summit where we talk about the business in the future with all of our leadership team. So we really try to build relationships with our teams, and they're the reason why we're successful. So we want to give back to them as well.
Yeah.
I always say, like, where you fail, if the only reason you give someone to work in your organization is a check, you will constantly be looking for people.
I had my team in Philippines. Charlie called me and he said, we're going to have our own little party over here. I said, of course. I mean, I was going to tell you that. Get everybody there. He asked me he said, can I get a little, I said, what do you want? How much you want? He said, okay, I'll call you back in a couple hours. He called me with a couple hours. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said,
do what you got to do.
I said, everybody's going to have dinner, a drink, or whatever you guys want to do. And I was so appreciative. Every one of them messaged me privately.
We also have recognition. So we give out awards every summit.
Okay.
You know, and it's not just awards for the sales team, the recruiting team, our admin staff. Everyone who supports the business, they're all important. Everyone is important. And that's the thing. That's where you miss. Like, you got to let people know they matter, right? And
Yes.
I really do. I mean, everyone in this company has a part in creating what we have. And, it's important to recognize that and appreciate the people that work with you.
You didn't answer. There is a new project.
Just give you an example. Our business, I'm developing, I'm sure you've heard of the flywheel. Mm-hmm. Okay. Unwired is in a flywheel, and, each flywheel feeds into the company, right? Right. So I'm building a couple new parts of the flywheel currently. There'll be a lot of marketing behind it. There's a lot of things we have coming, but just so you know, like, we're never stopping. No. I'm having conversations with new carriers and new opportunities. They want me to do X. They want us to do X. They want us to do this. Like, my job, is to make sure the company has what it needs to open these opportunities up to everyone, right?
You have all these cable companies and you have all these partners. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever told you go exclusive?
No.
Good.
Mm-mm. It's so the dynamic's different than the wireless business, because the wireless business, you have national carriers you're dealing with. They have national footprints, so they can tell you, hey, just sell.
But the internet's no.
No. Most of these guys. I mean, there is some big ones. Cox is huge. Spectrum has a lot of
but still, there are some areas they're not. So you need the other ones to cover that area.
And you know what? I compare the internet business kind of like the early quarter of like the phone business.
It's still growing now.
It's still growing. Yeah,
it's in growth like none. And we have 5G now. God knows what's going to happen later.
Well, look what you see, right?
Yeah.
The cable and internet companies are selling. Their hot thing is phones.
Yes.
That's where their growth is coming from. That's what they're building. Everything everything goes to mobile, right? Yeah. What is the wireless companies doing? They're acquiring internet companies, right?
Yeah.
So it's a race. So why, right, Sam? Why are they doing that? Because customer acquisition is going to be based off of the ability to create a holistic customer.
Yes.
And neither the mobile carriers or the internet carriers, they are positioned. Now they're starting to be. Spectrum, Cox, they have their MVNOs on Verizon and all these different things, right? T-Mobile's MVNOs with some of the cable companies too. So how exciting is that to be in that? Yeah. Yeah. You know that. Yeah, so like, I remember, like, if you're in investments or you're in whatever it may be, it's like, oh, I hate change. I want consistency. I want
Sure.
We love change.
Yeah.
Like, when change happens, we're like, it's time, more opportunity comes with that. Yes. We want change. The new iPhone comes out, right? You guys are distributing new products immediately. Like, it's a new stream of revenue every year, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a cool industry to be in, but you have to accept that this is what it is. And you have to change constantly.
Do you see them selling computers and laptops?
I don't think there's enough money in it for them to really do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I see them selling modems and stuff, but I wouldn't see them selling like hardware like that. I think you're going to see more competition. I think not less. I think you're going to see more competition. I think the next wave is going to be like an MVNO internet carrier.
Okay.
That's going to be the next wave. So somebody reselling someone else's internet. And it's literally, to me, it's the wireless business the same way it's evolved. Like, and it's, the fiber.
The internet's going to come one day like this.
Yeah.
It's going to be prepaid internet. People's going to walk in. Until today, by the way, nobody's doing it right.
Once all the infrastructure is completely
then
mature, you're seeing prepaid internet now.
But it's not the traditional that, like, what's his name? Xfinity has it. But not enough money.
Yeah.
Not enough money for everybody. It's just not, something is missing.
Well, the problem is it's expensive to get service to the door.
Okay.
That's a difference with wireless. You eventually put the tower up, your service, and thousands of customers, right?
Yeah.
You're running this line and you have permits and all this different stuff. I see it because I know what goes into it, and it's expensive. So the last thing that they're in a prepaid scenario, if the customer is not guaranteed, you're not going to want to give the large commissions because it's like, well, this customer's not committed, right? But I see it going there at some point once the infrastructure is built, and I think where fiber is accessible to everyone, every rural corner of. It's a national security issue too.
Right.
It's not just China's like boom. They're like
they're coming after everything.
Yeah, and it's national security. So like, it's going to be different. You're going to be reselling over people. So like, now where you sell, sell a Verizon phone, you got to sell against T-Mobile, AT&T, all these other carriers. The regional internet carriers they're not overbuilding as much. It's there, but they're not overbuilding as much. So you're not competing. You're not having to like sell multiple fiber to one customer.
Right.
Oh, he has a different option. So but that's sales.
Yeah.
That's when you got to become a salesperson.
Right.
Because we grew up selling against whatever product we didn't have.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where now it's like, oh, do you want, I always say this, and this is not to minimize anything, but it's a much different sale when it's like faster and cheaper.
Yeah. Now that's sales.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to do that sometimes?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's where this is going.
Yeah.
So, I've been, I see that we've invested in our training program. We have full-time trainers all over the country, trainers.
Yeah.
We have revamped our training website. That's where we're putting our money. I mean, we're putting our money into training and
training
recruiting.
and recruiting.
Yeah.
Man, 2026 here.
Yeah, it's time. Just like, time flies when you're having fun.
I know.
But at the end of the day, man, I really like the entrepreneurship. I want to say this is enjoy the ride, man, because at the end of the day, some of the funnest times and the most stressful times was early on in the building stages, right? Comfort impedes progress, so you got to constantly challenge yourself, right? No matter how successful you are or how financially secure you are, you got to constantly reevaluate, give yourself that punch in the gut, like, let's go, right? Constantly keep pushing yourself. But there's something about having to win. You have no choice.
Yeah. You want to win. Okay. We're getting close to the end. Last question.
Yeah.
What is your advice to a 25 years old, finished college, can't find a job, complaining about the economy and the changes? What do you tell these guys?
Reach an Unwired recruiter and come on with us. And if you're motivated and you have the go-to to do the work, we'll give you the resources and you'll make more money than you ever thought was possible. Only that,
what are you guys hiring?
We're hiring all over the Pacific Northwest, East Coast, Midwest. We have places to put people all over the place. I mean, there's opportunity. We have Montana. We have places.
Do you have
everywhere.
people travel from one market to one
So
market?
we travel them. We have travel teams as well.
You put them in hotels?
Yeah.
You pay for their
We take care of everything. Boarding, travel, food allowance. Like we take care of we take care of our people, and we do it a lot.
Okay.
But back to, if you don't come or call an Unwired recruiter, right? What I would say is like build a business, find something you love to do.
Yes.
And go find someone doing it and just follow them for a while and learn how to do it. Create an online business. Like, you can be a solopreneur, do something that it's just yourself building a business. Like that's what's beautiful about, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Do anything you want to do. Like,
it's still here. You can do anything in America.
Yeah.
You can do you just get up and just post on social media. I'm thinking about opening a business. Give me some ideas. Just this post will give you at least 30, 40 suggestions. And someone might tell you, come to me. I need to talk to you.
It's the greatest.
Like just one post.
Yeah.
That's why I tell Sam, like a lot of young people these days, they're telling me, it's tougher now. It was easy on your time. No, it's not. It wasn't easy. We had to talk 5-6 years plans to get something accomplished. Right now, in 6 months, I can do it. Turn on the camera, go live, tell them I'm selling this, doing that. What do you guys give me a shot? Do this, do it. You're talking to literally 500 to 600 million people. You're talking to everybody in the country. Personal brand. You know what he said? What? Go live every week for 1 year. You'll be a millionaire. Go live. Just turn on your camera. Tell people. Get a webinar. Sorry, take it back. Have a webinar, which is teach people. Give something value. Watch what happened after 12 months. Weekly, that's 52 times. Now you tell me nobody is going to remember you after 52 times about your services. Whether you are a lawnmower, cutting grass, shingles, I don't care what you do. Just talk to people about what you do and what you can do for them and what's going to happen. Less than a year, you will be somebody.
Oh, 100%.
But if you're sitting in your basement, you're hiding and you're not doing anything, what's going to happen?
Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, you're going to stay there. You're not going to get any better. I mean, that's that reevaluation, constant challenging yourself, and all those things. But I think the opportunities are not harder. They're just different, right? And I think, but if you have that attitude that you're going to fail, you're going to fail. Like even at my worst moments, there was obviously a high probability of failure.
Yep.
But I never accepted that I would fail. And you know what? I won the vast majority of the time. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're not going to win every time.
And you can handle pressure. You can handle pressure like no tomorrow. I know you went through some hell pressure with this internet.
I did.
How many people can say, I can help you in 43 states? How many people can say, we have employees and present in 40 plus states? Few people. This guy, one of them. And you've done it, and you handle the pressure. You made the time to come over here to see me today. You're growing, you're traveling, you're having family time. You've done something right. Congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, man.
I'm very happy for you.
No, I know you are. And you've always been like a real fan of mine. Like you have to. You always take my call. We always texting with each other at night. Like, and that I really value that. And that's a relationship. I will tell you that I'm where I'm at today because of the relationships that I've kept over the years. The team out there, Ruben, Travis, Nick, like all of our, there's a relationship with the leadership team. Like we are, there's relationships where over the past, years where they were doing other things, but what has kept consistent was that relationship. And when the opportunity was there, we're like, let's go do this.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, don't burn bridges, keep relationships, be relationship based, even when it doesn't benefit you.
Yes.
And I think you will go very far.
Why would you call someone? If I ever want to call you for favors all the time, what kind of phone call is that? I got to call you sometime and say, hey, man, how you doing? Yeah. What's up? What's going on? Let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's talk for a little bit. If I need something from you, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I know, but the relationship is not just favors. Relationship is relationship. You know who's your true friend? When they cheer for you when you're not in the room, man.
I always say it's easy to be a friend when times are good.
Yeah.
Right? It's when times are tough. Those are the people that step up for you, and you've always been one of those people. And you know what? What you're doing is awesome. Like the fact that you've Ahmed's committed to people really being successful, and he's passionate about it, and that's a rare thing. And if you have access to him, leverage that. And this is one of my mentors as well. I mean, so at the end of the day, I really value our conversations and what we talk about, and I love that we constantly interact. And yeah, man, it's
we have to, man.
We have to. We got to be there for each other. We have to grow. We are 2026.
2026, baby. Let's do it.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.